This is Kessben 93.3 FM, a new wave of excellence in radio.
All right.
Yeah.
I
mean, just free. You know, I mean, just from the Premier League. I mean, Franco, we wait, I can. My man, you started from Manchester United. Obie Busa say, what is actually missing within the United setup? I'm saying, I do some that can be or have for years. Still, I am Man United no baby or Meduno. But in this particular game, I'll blame the coach and I'll blame certain materials within the squad. Why am I blaming the coach? We started here with a 4-3-3 and a midfield of Fred, Bruno Fernandes, and then Christian Eriksen. The midfield, no. So, far, Obiti said Brentford midfield now. You talk about Jensen, you talk about Norgard, and you talk about Da Silva. 3 players, no, almost about midfield at my Brentford. None of them end back close to this United midfield. But you know what? If you want to go in for flexibility in midfield, some person call for flexibility in midfield, like Pep Guardiola, Abraham Obo, Rodri, Bernardo Silva, and Kevin De Bruyne. Look at the pivot, a proven pivot in Rodrigo and a boss R6 in the man. Now, if you want to go the jogging club way of playing navigator and then Thiago Alcantara, now the Fabinho Akahua, those flexible type of midfield play, there is another proven pivot within the three now you know. But go to Manchester United. Christian Eriksen was caught naturally and was picky. Bruno Fernandes is not the Bruno Fernandes of Man United with the half season. Or show be in a class in the EPL. No? And you don't play against a run route midfield with an unproven holding midfielder in Fred. Into Shakwa Omfa concede first goal. No? The first one poor from David De Gea at his level. You don't expect us a ball, no? You know, obey concede. Now the second one, she be a Christian Eriksen, Gina or J ball na 1 team no. You need Sabon, you pass the ball to Obiti say Obi Oye register. Someone who is so intelligent and within a split second, Obiti allocate any player, a brand a t-shirt opponent, no. You know, they consider that goal, look at the third goal, and look at the fourth goal. Into Yakawaha. Says so defense nya. The player to improve your defense is not Lisandro Martinez. So who Christian Romero, now who Otamendi Nasa bright team in Tuomu in Argentina. It really tells you the player that we're talking about. Into Thomas Frank Jumano here in the last season, Onyaho. Graham Potter Jumano here last season, Onyaho. And this is Brentford, who gave tough teams a hell of a time last season. And Jumana no more to against Manchester United. A disjointed midfield and unorganized team in the United setup. Nothing positive within the ranks. And you don't expect Manchester United to concede 4 goals against Brentford. Man United here game changers are almost the tally Malaysia moneba. The earlier, our opinion friend Eric Ten Hag very bold to bench certain players within the squad. You can say system no United or material, but system no working for them, and clearly also by nothing has changed. The 4 games some boy here before mobile season Arsenal at Swatusa. And United continue to play from bad to worse. They will need personalities within the transfer market. And so you know, and you met me as a they are more likely at the end and go look at the materials, you know. They are more likely you'll be a Arsenal Leicester City game, no. They win friend did the man Leicester City. I brought BNM said you choose a bobo and I obey you born free anymore. That is what it's lacking in the midfield of Manchester United. They are more likely Abra, not Tottenham Hotspur. Here stability in midfield. Because now how be any Bentaco or struggle no, and a Bisuma de Maino. That is what is lacking in the United midfield. And you know, so engine room de bugudia, there's no way you survive because the game is played in midfield. Chelsea the here can it is not because they were defensively solid alone, but the midfield was all over the place. Into United engine room from the double pivot to a triangular midfield, yet I'm working for Manchester United, not against Man City, not against Chelsea, not against Tottenham Hotspur, but against Brighton and then team my friend Brentford. 2 teams are potentially someone they'll be relegated. you know, Mama United how many goals? 6 goals in 2 games. It really tells you, and how many goals in the United actually? One, and Oma conceded 6. It really tells you the team is clearly in shambles, and the team is clearly in total disarray. Personality and quality in the transfer market, and son and for Ronaldo living, I think said, you know, we have time and discard that. But to watch that time in the game, minim to Ronaldo ko. Because Inter Milan AC Milan crown, oh Mendes and the call almost 100 yatino. Inti minim baby I see Ronaldo eko. But let's see, say Okwa in absence the be positive for the United setup. But as the stands now, me kind before the commencement of the season, say untimim for team nya Sancho, untimim for team nya Rashford, untimim for team nya Masha. And I still stand by some I'm kind of say none of these guys naturally so on a good day on betting I take you to top level. Now Arsenal against Leicester City. You know, I was reflection to see Daniel Amati and Uhu Thomas Partey so ewa. Last week in Abrante FN, Jeffrey Slope, and then Jordan Ayew on the other side. The HN said and saying, yeah, players no musia kind of blasters no. Say a big games I tell who your guys know, and that is refreshing for the national team. Leicester started game very, very well, and they had control in midfield. Into which had a fair chance about Wesley for fun hold on. No beer him saying for fun a bear money dear team sheet in so and as a score sheet no on and commit me at water. But after missing that opportunity, Gabriel Martinelli gave him a hell of a time. Now Obia Buza say for fun and not Chelsea for so more Ekoto Nini because Todd Bolly call Emirates so Kwakwa Wesley for fun. And after the game, so who said you see born in 70 supporters now, they do be a kind of say for fun a large game no ball. Ediama 8 my friend Leicester now. Omu take control and who J Madison, Yuli Telemann, with friend Didi was a bit quiet in the first half. But it took Gabriel Fernando Jesus out from nowhere. And I didn't know or the ball no two at them. Look at that top drawer. Check the technique, look at the accuracy. Not sure baby an abo on that. Obia expected Jesus the ball never two at them. And after announcing himself in the first goal, one Simon Anche, no 35th minute or Sunday second goal, count. Now Leicester City pull one back after that mistake from Abrante friend William Saliba. Another player, general, on your experience in the Premier League, people should watch out for him. Super defender. The physique, the organizational level, the technical quality, his ability to read the game. We said they will see winning tackles now. France or another player in the making. I feel so with time on to beat me grew so well in the Premier League. Let's start back. Now, I want to know BH said the Arsenal na near him Sande Bear. Gabriel Martinelli and Chahokra. No Sande Bakukaho, Ganesha Kaya2 added another one. Leicester stand back and at the end of it all it ended 4-2. You don't remember the last time Arsenal bought first 2 games in the Premier League. Now you know almost both games said almost boy. Almost said Genesis and almost had their kwakusi. And their guys up front. Odegaard cry Ekas and form that they put so man space Kituabia. So basically be a defense in general. Look at Saka, look at Martinelli, and look at Jesus. Arsenal, the personalities are more lacking in recent times, and big game players to live up no. And Jinchenko, Gabriel Jesus, Diamono, and Maka to see Xhaka and Partey in midfield. Clearly, you are in for trouble. And then only idea who the Arsenal set up no. Mikel Arteta idea, and Arsenal I think they are on the right track, and people should watch out for Jesus. Now the big game. And Rana Genoa, me share game now. Me say there be so your man you support and now here Chelsea in Tottenham. They catch on and say not just quality alone, but for the tactical knowledge of the two coaches who actually. First game at Tottenham Hotspur boy, against Southampton, you know. Yeah, who saw your many Hurricane say almost scorch it no more because these are the firepowers up front for Tottenham Hotspur. Openi a friend talk alone said there be some persons microphone me do back game ni mu dia. And ye jamfimfinim na Genoa team a friend Tottenham Hotspur mfimfin o so omo famfimfin no dia and ye no ano no their firepower and their 2 strikers will run route at any defenders. So the first plan of Thomas Tuchel is to make sure say obesi ban na won finfin ho ni nyina inti Benteke and then Abrante a friend no Hobie Kulusevski that is expected to be the creative spark behind the 2 up front of Son and Hurricane no omutua kwan ni nyina so the be supplies and nko. So in the first half it was Chelsea because Jorginho and I saw the Jorginho that I know in Napoli. I saw the N'Golo Kante minimum from Conte days in 2015 and the Kante of Leicester City. Or Chile Finfin what said say on the former heading, say any of them beating their Martin and look at his transition, look at his recovery, and look at the Jorginho as well. His ability to maintain possession, naturally no tiny, no really passes in midfield. Into the first half, the Tottenham midfield was non-existent. Now more difference, no one team containing Havertz, Raheem Sterling, and then Mason Mount. But someone who Chelsea blew chances in our ways. James Reese, Sam Maye who different dimension to his game. See, I said about center back, Albertson who the best of him, and Ruben Loftus to check on the right, played like a prime Daniel Alves. And why he was my man of the match. Ni far from what there. Okari and Sassanyon Christian Romero boom the son you mean can just to make sure that Salah and so they can be anywhere. Yeah. You know, Omubo game when I am Kalulu Koulibaly in the first landing that big crown. 2 new players on the first go by a corner from Kokoyera and then Kalulu Koulibaly. Make no mistake, and or the bonny tomb. Thiago Silva, Hurricane, this song you mean the national bottom of Obi and Womo game. Koulibaly playing like Obi Awabo Premier League for years. And the Spanish international, you know, Benchwell game now here will be mobile. Abraham tell the boy Chelsea need to say they were bought Chelsea for 10 years. And only they are not Chelsea.
The confidence level was Rodo.
No game needs to
yes.
Games how Lamasia born and a game needs to know the passing drills and I do not team now on some boy and it's an bomb game and he has the ability to recover. Born is in the chair out there. Almost a Marcos Alonso struggles a born in the chair, but you know we're born is seen a chair no Saba and he has another player on the left who is also super in Koulibaly and on the first goal in mind. Now I was a Conte responding. And quite ben a Conte fast to respond here. Straight away he switched to fall back. And he ran such a new frame because Loftus Cheek a yin frame. Now fall back, Cristiano Romero Nkoho, Ben Davis, and Eric Dyer stabilizing the 2 central defensive pair, Richarlison Semra, because they need players to tour the flanks. Richarlison Semra and only why they are Chelsea to contain him because of his movement and the runs. Now, a coach in Thomas Tuchel also responded. Straight away, Opulu a midfielder, and all this is actually quite a buy, and moving James scored the right side. Then Chelsea came back strongly into the game. Yeah, who said Tottenham will say Babio. Then Chelsea started creating opportunities. But the missing link, a player to put the ball at the back of the net. Messi Mante Bonnet Daha, Raheem Sterling, Masonet Daha, Kahabes Masonet Daha. You know, Sanya Manu Nana Messi anymore. Now, coach is saying they throw more cars and go look at Pra, Jorginho after series, why off or second Galagaba. But in the last minute, Hurricane played it out. They need that presence, and at the end, man, until Taylor ne referee line one and would not hear one pie can have it born at Genoa. Or man who anything called foul, or we ignore ya, born it to us, of course. In the last minute, two and not Chelsea through James and Conte after bringing on Lucas Moura. Let's say, do you know here answer or better the flanks because that is the only way of best survival. Middle net tria, even in the absence of N'Golo Kante and then Jorginho. Conor Gallagher ni love to check us about between Finfio. Into area duels and over here and Guswa Pale pressure no until the last minute header from Abrante friend Hurricane. You know, Omubenya that equalizer in the last minute, level game no, my game barrier for me. So I heard Cristiano Romero also Kukuyere Timu train before born a barbeshe. But VR, as we all say, Refine Pano Kokohe. And young one said to Master Laka said, for me, it was too hard to say something to Taylor Lucas who did Chelsea game bill. But he was very, very poor. On the line one, you know, they were just poor. It would be no more game ni flu, but there were key decisions we were or more ignore our game. In all, Chelsea were super. Tottenham live up to 8 billion. Or more trade the Premier League Nibisiako this particular side in the top 4. But Chelsea team no, in penny 40 actually the missing link is the predator up front. Sure. And only the missing link, almost here a goal scorer. Raheem Sterling has any Jane Dumkakra. Of course, in the firepower no of him. And again, Tottenham was watch 8 goals at you, and now all the chances are also the 2. But you know, a dear mammy, Thomas Tuchel to me, hey, you know, to pick unknown players that coaches in the confidence one more. And look at Loftus Cheek yesterday. Super. Playing in an unfamiliar role. On your player or your fast. No one can say Salah so no. On your players, on your fast, you know, play. But anyway, he was just super. And for me, my man of the match. top game, top level, top drawer, top quality, and that is the EPL really live up to it, Billy.
The build up to Chelsea's second goal, no one who foul be
James goal.
Aye.
For
I remember to a foul against Chelsea. One who be asa. Remember to my second Chelsea second goal, no build up, no. Yenche far right for them line or so. Almost me yasha.
okay.
Aye. Can you be a foul? A foul and I in the foul. Everybody foul because more car Romelu. Ne here also the team trainer. Yen fan ko hwe no so. Say I'm foul Tottenham player bia sana. Sago no eba. No. Where the second goal no. And our first goal.
We pull out now.
And they say no, not this. But I'm over here. You need to come. Muwa. Chelsea second goal no. I don't know. So
no. Second goal ne baha and only pass ne to the other player. Well.
Okay. Yeah. This ball.
A foul.
A foul.
A foul.
And I was actually you.
I think it's a foul.
My son showed but me name say only you horn man by here. Munya horn baba. Now the young cancer na yen show. Me did is a so foul.
No, you know pick ball.
One foul.
Not pick ball.
Sir.
Now the left side pick ball. But I think it's a bit when it clears
Hona. Hona be a best number you. The end was.
This is a joint can be a crabbing for Emrano ni via Diano. On say, me make first reference to a year Kai Havertz foul na similarly. I say, me Victorian player or foul. And my day born to a Sukoshe goal. Anthony Taylor was so close to the scene. He saw it and a wave will play on. Between that incident and the goal, it was about 44 seconds. And the interpretation is that once a ball shot, now say in the course of the build-up, and then he's so closer, and so say reviewer say, was there an earlier foul before the goal? But some are arguing there, even if it was a foul, between the time of that incident, there was so much to be done. And Sunday did go no ever. But I mean, my time and again, you also see the defender touching the ball. But the argument was, Kai Havertz 9 and Sana Oka ball. And now Oka ball and Sana the 9 Kai Havertz. Maybe later, Samarija Tanumia time will be on bit my and slower the Amaya. I'm sure it will help the argument. Because Chelsea argument, me and Nino, major problem repair Romelu, a Puli Kukuyera, 80.
Yeah.
And then Kai Havertz, this ball. And the Ambani day.
So, of course, I will be as now referee.
He touched the ball.
He didn't.
He touched the ball.
I've watched the ball. Check again. My share ball on all angles. I've watched this all angles.
Are you saying that Tottenham player and
no, the night can before the ball. And no more discussing the DSTV and I don't know more fair referee cry. I watch it. The night can and the night ball. I've watched it all angles.
What?
Okay,
young.
The night can't play and before the ball. Hey, what son is he?
No. Ah,
ball when you foul the Franco.
Or clear ball.
Knitting
clear ball.
No,
balance. Oh, born in nine and son and night can ball.
Usually tackles the same. It's all clear ball. Eddie defender clear ball.
Oh, so now can ball first before the night. That is different from.
And yes, so clear. To make so much argument about
maybe it. You didn't watch. I'm saying that anyway, you are only watching it from one angle, and I'm saying that I've watched it from all angles. Maybe you can have time and watch. But we should be and I don't know say
okay. You the others no Kessben 3.3 live on Kessben television. So live our DSTV channel 364, Go TV 173 honina unsabeka live ewo Alhaj Osman Edway Efri Obwasi ena ebae o say okay may Allah continue to bless you and your program and the crew. Ask Andy and Sir Franco Naro how was the market. I told you to watch out for Arsenal. I told you that I told you that Andy and Sir Franco's mouth on Arsenal. Huh? It's not a gun. So, with all due respect, we're going to repeat what we did to Chelsea during the preseason in the league. The Kings of London are back. Alhaj Osman, Edway Ifri Obwase, and Ebreye. Because sledge, good morning, Wafa. Until my uncle, Franco Naro, gives credit to Arsenal, his relegation threatened Manchester United will continue to suffer. For Ten Hag, I feel sorry for him. His grace period will soon end, and the funny and intolerant Manchester United fans who hailed his coming will chase him away. The season of doom is still in motion for ex-great Manchester United Limited. Manchester United. What a sad end. Now they are very and I'm more sad end. I didn't know I finished about 2 games. Now what a sad end, Zaid. Okay, good morning. I remember texting my opinion on Lukaku going and suggesting Lukaku not to go back to Chelsea when he had reached his stabilization stage at Inter, and the reaction from Andy and Franco Naro insisting strongly it was the right time for Lukaku. Please tell them not to still defend their position because time has proven that they were wrong. Life in all cases go through initiation, stability and maturity. Other influences are the direct performance, temperament for particular teams or companies, and personal emotional stability in context of the team and environment. Good day, John Alexander Akon, former Ashanti Regional Minister, testing from Obuasi. Good morning, Honorable. And he came here to us.
You know, Man City for to be a case. No more dear swan, no more so gun crofum.
For
Manchester City.
Okay.
Omonti will be a case. Omo dear she league na say no more will be a league na airborne opo mumpo or one beje. Now it was a 10 of a team friend Bournemouth, and after getting a very good game in their first game, no more here's a name beat me akoye. But you don't open up against this Manchester City team. You need to watch the goal of Kevin De Bruyne. You know, the goal no said you will see dominant players, no, and the technique out the ball on the share, and it really tells you the class of De Bruyne in this particular game. When you game of Holland, shall go, but look at the Ike Gundogan, the new captain for the side. When you game of Bernardo Silva started, but you know, I won't share. That is Manchester City for you. Scoring for fun. And omu gusu echre. Se be omu di see last season, no. Enya de se jinu omu ja okra. A very good game, and they really played very, very well. But Kevin De Bruyne goal was just top notch. Now, so Oko Spain, you know, De Bruyne goal nini.
Wow. Wow.
From the outside of the
yes. You know, in Spain, you can't be for Barca, and in the first game, no be a share the Barcelona beat me, especially parading your new stars in your first game at the new camp. Into near share Javi team, no say they know BCI and how they will play. A starting game, no who say the midfield triangle of the Catalans, or Munane no say starting in Gavi and Pedri. In the first 20 minutes, name why ding. Barcelona continue possession there, but who is there to link the attack? One and a bit me a free Dembele and then Rafinha for them to supply Abranti friend Robert Lewandowski. The midfield of Papi, Cis, and then Yuna Lopez, Jumadin, just to make sure say Barca be maintaining possession there, but the circulation will be in deep midfield and in the attacking zone omo Makwama game in enko. And one general omo the ball and in as much as the last 15 minutes Pedri back game no. Now I think the ama Pedri so be located because omo with play and their full backs no general they were just solid just to make sure so omo who the threat Rafinha any Dembele deba inti kon bia so omo je ball na omo mom that chance no omo be make sure so ball no je omo be push you ama ball no they call you uncomfortable feet na ball no wa say no and their goalkeeper was just top notch and quality I'll show you first half no kogu in the second half na him say Javi best sanensa ano or introduce to other players and so Fati came Frankesi came expecting a more direct game Barcelona parlay pressure na but you know still at the point So here Juma Oscar Terezo Mubo and Camelon or Mubo and Affronta. The introduction of Rademo Fakao and so the different bites about the front line of Real Vallecano in all. You know, I did game very well now. Barcelona and Timmy and Twatna. The number of goals with the mind the preseason, you know, against Vallecano, no be himself better as by the game on a very, you know. Barca and Timmy and Shebi, and the only goal that came on that would be himself at least in Kebetimi about the referee rule offside. Vallecano to go, the referee also ruled it offside. Early days yet, but I think said the kind of performance Barca show here in the preseason, not the normal. Said Barca beat me and bomb more than what I watched, and I was expecting more mature play in the midfield. But man, who's sad and it's early days yet. You be who push a job with team going for a Nyama Sakra. But I think for me they disappointed in Rafinha and the other guy disappointed in their debut and the expectation of the fans. No, Barca and Timmy and Yanisa.
Messenger, the Pacono Kotu Mosumani on Manchester United. I'll end it by saying Franco Naro's Manchester United in shambles. No, Kwesi Kufo, the by Asante Achem South Municipal Health Directorate. Jaso, Una de by Kwesi, Anawachia, storm of one or and so Amami. Why? Even if Manchester United buy Microsoft this season, they can't excel. Orlando filmmakers so quite anyway buy. First match 2 goals considered. Second match 4 goals conceded. So their third match will happen, which happens to be Manchester United versus Liverpool on Monday, 22nd August. Will be 8 goals. Amos Sunyai.
It's a football and yeah, series.
Okay. The red card the referees received, won't it affect the two teams? The two teams.
The coaches
will be the Aban Amos in the Busa same way. Won't it affect the two teams?
The red card, the coaches
received.
Conte and then,
okay.
You know, it can affect them.
Neymar and Son Mbappe, then they cause for
yeah.
Political figure against the old figure, and then power play between the two players. Mbappe, after rewarding a new contract, and he had a super season last season. So he appeared the team now. Neymar full of injuries, Messi changing a new team. It was Mbappe last season. Into your boss season at a point, Omoko free more Santiago Bernabeu no. Omo buy and Messi and Neymar no Monsaka supporters new crew almost say Omum free team in Mukra. Now, Mbappe a new contract. Contract ni emunse bebre aba amayati tibi. And improve wo baby as and some buy near right. And you know be anson can send some buy no wrong. Now, almost started preseason obia who say omo ye training na. Mbappe train Neymar so beso nsa. Neymar nso nsa. And fuele the speculation about say Mbappe contract no ko sign or say he want Neymar out. And no nsa man buy. But Koko PMU in Japan, so interview Messi, Mbappe, Neymar, conduct here, and in the preseason games from Abba, who said there are several times, 2 players no more Kasa, to be him say that issue were caused, no, Genoa, and so the interview of Nasser El Khelaifi. Now interview no be the training and say, Genoa, Neymar should be serious and he must show personality in some of the games. In PSG, when they lose, it is Neymar. When they win, it is Mbappe. That has been this in a very long time. Now, Nancy credit, you know, a penalty in Neymar he had issues with Cavani, but at the end of it all, Ekoba said, Nasser El Khelaifi and PSG were willing to give Edison Cavani 1.5 million euros. So, we have penalty nibo and Fama Neymar. Now, it is the turn of Mbappe. The contract, he's supposed to be the big boy and the father figure within the PSG setup. Penalty about last week that they played penalty by Neymar and the boy Mbappe was absent because no pra. Penalty about Mbappe about first one I say no. Neymar says no. Mensa Amamo and a Neymar Boshe. It is you know a power play between the two players. You only need a coach to solve that particular situation. But in Neymar in the first 2 games on Messi actually say even in the absence of Mbappe, some way fit they are still the OGs and they still have the quality to excel. 2 goals last week. 4 goals in just 2 games and really tells you the quality he brings to the table. Into a coach, any penny for the betting me has settled this particular issue between the 2 players.
General Mbappe, balls Ben or Say Neymar kofa penalty jira. No akujira so nya ama. O contract na oni we mu ko sign ye no. Sampa say shim say na abo penalty a. E you be said yes or communicate to all other players. Say need the assume say na say abo penalty. First game you were not there penalty by Neymar Boashe. Second game waba ba ko ase no. Monya next penalty akofa wa kujira no ho. Say on fama. Na o asem ne yenka. Mbappe Neymar kita penalty a wo mfa ma. Me feel say if indeed say PSG ne Mbappe assign that contract there, then PSG should have the balls and tell all other players. But you don't assume say Neymar from his own accord and then adwin be hu say penalty bar say Mbappe level. He's not bigger than Neymar anywhere. Enti omonye careful, and I think Mbappe what Jessica boom, but he's still showing some level of disrespect to his colleagues.
Philadelphia Elembele district and Abraham Western region.